All right, so we're gonna be going into a live stream here on my vertical live stream and also on the horizontal. On the horizontal, we have the Cult News, which is a first audit or First Amendment auditor, right? And I be watching this. I be enjoying these audits, and I have a little bit of input here and there, right? Me serving in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for a few years. I actually served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I fought for the Constitution. All right, so and there's some good and some bad ones. There's some good auditors. There's some bad ones. You know, the whole thing with YouTube, you have to be careful because there's some that are on YouTube and they tend to get desperate on views and watch time. And the reason why they get to that position is because maybe they have YouTube as their main source of income. So they need to pay their bills. And sometimes they get desperate and they do something that they're not supposed to get more views or watch time, attention, and to get paid. And but it's the wrong thing to do, right? It's the wrong thing to do as an auditor here in this case. All right, so this is one auditor that I like to watch here and there. I want to give him a shout out. Colt News. I think he's doing a great job. Sometimes he does get out of hand here and there, but you got to understand that hey, it's not easy to have some self control in certain situations like this because sometimes there's people that come out trying to stop you from recording in public. You know, they tell you stuff, they degrade you, they they mock you or something like that. They call the cops on you and stuff like that. So and that's not cool, you know. And yeah, I get it. You know, some people they just don't understand the our Constitution, all right, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and stuff like that. So in this case, we have the freedom of speech, the freedom of speech. We also have the freedom to record, right, or report, right, to be a journalist, right, to check up on our government officials, anything under the government, anything that's getting paid by our taxes. That's our place. That's our money is paying for that. So it's our business, right? So let's say like a post office, right? A post office gets paid by our tax dollars. So it'll be wise for you to go check up on that business to see how that business is doing. What are they doing with your money, right? What are they doing with your money? All right. So like I said, we are live horizontally on the main screen here, and then we're also live over here on our vertical. Uh, T Hawk says, "Would you rather fight 100 kindergartners or 10 MMA fighters?" That's an easy one. I heard the whole gorilla one. I heard the whole gorilla one. You know, would you rather fight these many men or one gorilla type of that? That one's better. But this one, of course, I'll go for the kindergartners. In Finroar, big shout out. Sup? How you doing? Doing outstanding, my friend. Yeah, it's in Finroar. You have to have patience, my friend. You know, sometimes, you know, one thing I'm gonna be honest right now with this whole live stream. Sometimes I'll go vertically, and sometimes I'll go vertically and horizontally. If I don't say something, it's because I'm doing an introduction or something like that. All right, so bear with me, be patient, right? And if you are a little kid, you gotta get off. You gotta get off my channel. I'm sorry, but your parents need to be watching over you. Don't be watching. Not that I do anything bad here. I just, you know, you need your parents. Anyways, so let's go into this video right here. Let's see what this guy is up to, and I'm gonna give you guys my feedback on this. All right, let's see.
Known as the hometown of Dolly Parton. Sevierville in 2020 had a population of 17,889 people. You know, there's a statue of Dolly around here somewhere, and I'm going to find it. I think it's in this courthouse facility here. So we'll wander around and see if we can find us a little Dolly statue, shall we? Well, Dollywood is over here in Pigeon Forge, just a couple of miles away.
All right, so usually he'll like give us an introduction here and there, kind of give us a little bit of a history lesson on the place that he's visiting, which is cool for those that like history, a little bit of knowledge, right? So if you're watching on our vertical, come over to our horizontal. I have 2 live streams going on at the same time. You can come to either or. All right, so come and check me out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this video on right here.
I don't think they're gonna bother me. We'll see. Sevier County Clerk's Office. Let's see. There we go. She does not know that I'm out here yet. Let's see if that changes. So you got the Dollywood. Is it worth visiting?
I believe so.
Now, I'm a huge first theater she performed in. How much she was? Hey, you got the Dolly statue. Here you go. Home.
If you could not, because you have to sign a release for it.
I kind of have to.
All right.
What are you doing?
So.
All right, so here it is right here. So we're gonna go to listen to this lady right here, and right away it's like you're in public, right? You're in public, so you're able to take pictures, record, no matter what it is. Everything and anything. Everything and anything. All right, let me know in the comment section what you think. Adriana, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, everything and anything can be recorded or you can take picture of, right? So when somebody comes up to you and says something like this.
If it's for the bank.
Oh, no, definitely not for the bank.
Okay, if you could not, because you have to sign a release for it.
I kind of have to. I mean, that's what I got sent out here for, is to get pictures of the bank, pictures of the video.
Who is it for?
I can't really. Do you work for the bank?
I do.
I can't really say, but hold on a second. I might be able to. I got a list. I was given a list of a few people I could talk to. If anybody should come out here.
Okay.
Hold on. Where is it? Bada boom. What's your first name?
Lauren.
I do not have a Lauren on the list.
Okay, well, I'm the branch manager here, so who do you have?
I can't tell you who I have. I can tell you, I give you my calling card here.
Okay,
but,
that would be great. And I'll forward that on to my...
This is a little thing from... now, keep in mind, it's not my card. It's just my calling card. It's Tones in Austin, Texas.
Okay, and you're photographing the bank watch?
I can't get into that, actually.
Okay, well then I'm going to have to contact the authorities.
What do you mean the authorities? Like your mom or who? Who are you going to call? I don't understand.
I don't understand why you can't tell me why you're photographing our bank.
Well, I can. I choose not to.
Okay, well, I'm choosing to...
I mean, you got cameras here that are taking pictures of me?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so why are you taking pictures of me?
What was your name again?
I didn't give you my name, so...
Did you give me your name?
I can't. I cannot give you my name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you just want to hang out here for just a second.
Yeah. You're gonna call the authorities. Who? Like, again, who's the authorities? Like your dad? You gonna call your dad and have him come out?
Does it look like I would call my dad for something like this, sir?
I'm baffled. I can't imagine you call law enforcement because I'm not breaking the law. So surely you wouldn't call law enforcement.
It's not normal behavior to photograph a bank,
isn't it? And yet I do it all the time. So I can't really get into that.
Yeah, so there you have it. Hey Jay, what's going on? Is that hey Karen? No. So basically, the whole thing here is he's in front of a bank in the public. It's a public sidewalk, right? So you can be there. It's not their property, so that covers that. And then he's just taking video and picture, right? Yes, he's taking video of a bank, which some people sometimes say like, "Oh, well, you're probably gonna rob a bank and you're taking pictures," right? You can assume, you can assume anything, right? Assuming something doesn't make it true, right? Assuming something doesn't make it true. So this lady right here is like, well, I'm gonna call the authorities, right? I'm gonna call the cops, right? And sometimes the cops will come and they don't know this either, right? A lot of people, especially banks, because of what a bank involves in, it's involved with, right? A lot of money. They're always like very careful with it, which is good, which is good. But if somebody was going to case the place, they're not going to be doing it in broad daylight, right? In broad daylight, taking pictures and stuff like that. Like, no, come on, really? Not only that, they have cameras, right? They have cameras, taking pictures out, in the front, even in public, because it's public, right? It's public. Jet says, good to see you live again. Yeah, it's been a while, right? I don't think people understand when you're out in public, you can take pictures of public places. Yeah. See, yeah, so that's the thing. You basically, the rule of thumb is understanding what's public and what's not, right? Because right there in the front of a bank, it's public sidewalk. But then on the grass, that's going to be private, right? So you have to be careful because even if you step on the grass, they can give you a warning. Just because you get on the grass and you start recording, right? They're not going to come and arrest you, right? There still has to be a warning, a trespassing warning, right? A trespassing notice or something like that. So then now you have the option to step off. If you don't step off, then they can arrest you for trespass because they already gave you the warning, so on and so on.
I am recording you.
Okay, could you delete that, please? Because
Most definitely not.
I do not consent.
You understand you're out in public, right? You're on a public sidewalk, so I don't need your consent to take your photo.
Well, I'm just going to
Silly goose.
Here, so thank you very much for your assistance with this.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Yeah. Tell the authorities I said hello. If you call your dad, tell him I said hello as well. Hey, I don't give you authority to photograph me with those cameras. Can you please stop those cameras? Do you see how silly that sounds?
No.
Oh, she's calling the authorities. She's calling somebody, so I'm gonna get over here and get video of her in case she's calling.
Yeah, so, and that's it. That they probably are gonna, don't touch that dial. Their 911 call is about 2 minutes away. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna call them and they're gonna come over. They usually, nothing really happens in that call. That call is just to give you proof that they did call them and stuff like that. So right now we're gonna wait for the cops to arrive and let's see what they say, right? Jet says, if the bank don't care, he taking pictures, then why is Karen mad? She actually works there. She works at that bank. And the thing with her, with that lady, is it's crazy how she also thinks that people can't take pictures of you while you're in public. That's insane. Like, wow, where you been at? How come you don't know these things yet? Right. So let's see what this guy is saying.
Get our permission to borrow $1 trillion from us and her lipstick was on point at least.
Hey, what's up? HS.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you feel harassed? You think she feels harassed?
What are you guys arguing about?
She came out and told me I have to have her permission to take pictures of the bank, which is asinine. They didn't get our permission to borrow $1 trillion from us in 2008, but I have to have their permission to photograph a bank?
What are you photographing? The damaged roof up there?
No, this whole building in general.
It's got a bank behind your story on the building because of the...
Yeah, there it is. They're just paranoid. I don't think they like the taxpayers keeping an eye on them. It makes them nervous. Next time they want to borrow $1 trillion from us, maybe they'll think twice.
You filming their bank, I feel is highly going to doubt to make it twice. But I get what you're coming from.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, have a good one.
All right, see ya.
Oh, yeah, somebody hit their building there. Look at that.
Yes, and that's it. Let me see. Laura, hi Laura. HS says you see my anime. No, been busy. So right now, since I watch a lot of First Amendment audits, I want to share with you guys my thoughts. Right, being one that has fought for the Constitution, right? So you have to know your rights. It's sad that some people don't know that they shouldn't tell you not to take pictures in public. No, you can take as many pictures as you want. You can record as much as you want. It's freedom. You have the freedom to do so, right? You have the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right? Freedom of press, which is this right here. What these First Amendment auditors are doing is the freedom of press, right? It's a right, which is good, That's amazing that our forefathers instituted that, because it's our tax money. It's our tax money that's paying for something, and you want to know how they're handling your money, because don't just pay taxes and be like, oh, there goes my taxes. Well, go make sure you understand that they're being used for a good cause, right? They should be getting used for a good cause. Let me see. Jet says, how's the gym been? Amazing. Yeah, the gym is amazing right now. It's immaculate. It's actually immaculate. Yeah. Bringing back the A1, yeah. Freedom of how much tacos you can eat. Yeah, until you barf, huh? I know my rights. Awesome. Yeah. So like I said, I'm live right now, vertically and horizontally. So come to either live stream right now. Look at my animations. I'm sorry, my guy, not right now. Yeah. All right. So right now they're gonna call the cops. Let's see if they actually call the cops. Let's see what the cop does. Sometimes there's some really good professional cops, and that's what we want to see as well. Our tax dollars pay for the police department. So freedom of press means go and check up on them. And you can go and take a notepad and take notes of how professional they are, how the service is, what they do, where our tax money is going. Sometimes they're not maintaining the vehicles properly. You go over there and you can put a complaint in. You can be like, I want to set a complaint. I went out and I was checking out the police cars, and the tires are so wasted. Let's make sure we put on some new tires, because we want a good police force out here. So, stuff like that, which is good, right? Put our tax dollars for good use, right? For good use. Let me see. Jet says, if I'm out in public and I'm in the background of some photo, I don't care. Yeah, you don't have a choice. Even if you cared, you can go and tell them. You can ask them. You can request. Be like, do you mind not putting me in the background. Can you Photoshop me out of the way? And there's the cops. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say no. You, if somebody would ask me that, I would say no 9 times out of 10. You know why? Because that's just extra work that you're gonna make me do. You're gonna make me put the picture in Photoshop and Photoshop you out of the picture. Like, no, I ain't got time for that. I'm out just enjoying my day, taking some pictures. If you end up being in the background, then be it. That's my fault. If I want a picture, a nice picture, without you in the background, then I'm gonna make an effort to not have you in the background, right? I can ask you to move out of the way, right? I can ask you to move out of the way, but it's a request. You can deny that request, which is fine. We're in public. You can't make anybody move or get out of the way. No, you can't, unless they're committing a crime, right? Unless you're suspected of committing a crime. So there's the cop right here. Let's see how the cop does. Or actually, sometimes the cop won't even step up because they're like, it's not even worth it. Like, if the cop knows what's up, they won't even step up, right? They won't even step up. They'll be like, hey, you're good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, laters. That's it. That's it. But there's some cops that will, they'll violate your rights by trying to tell you that you can't do that, right? All right, so here we go.
How's it going, man?
I am exceptional. How about
Except me
yourself?
too. Well, I've done explain to them in there that you're allowed to do everything that you're out here doing.
God bless you, brother.
And there's no issue.
Sevierville's so damn friendly.
Yeah.
The chances of the cops coming out here and busting my chops is slim to none and slim to
No, man.
She said, I have to call the authorities. I go, you can call your mom, your dad, who you calling?
Yeah, I got
The
you.
police aren't going to bust my
No,
chops.
we've done told them that as long as you're not making any threats or trying to hurt anybody or doing anything malicious, that you're more than welcome to do what
God
you
bless you, man.
Yeah,
Seriously. God, I love law enforcement and knows the law. It's sadly I encounter some that don't sometimes.
No, you're good. I'm
So
not even going to ask your name.
How do you like this town? Sevierville.
I like it.
I love it. So far from what I've seen, freaking love it.
We try to be friendly there.
Now, let me ask you.
Sure.
I heard that Dolly Parton, the first place she ever performed was in a place called Pines, or is it with
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful moment right here. That's a real cop right there. That's a real professional police officer. These are the kind of police officers we want, right? Now, is there such a thing as a perfect police officer? No. No, 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 no. So, yeah, mistakes are allowed, but there's certain mistakes that should never happen, right? Especially when they have a loaded weapon, if you know what I mean, right? You can't fire a weapon and call it a mistake. You can't, no, you will get fired and probably put in prison for that, right? Fired or probably put in prison. But this is an outstanding police officer right here. What I would do in this situation as a First Amendment auditor is also uniformity, right? How do they look? How is their uniform? Me coming from a military background, I was in the Marine Corps for a few years. I was actually a drill instructor there, so our attention to detail was 110%. Our dress uniforms, no bad uniformity, none of that, right? Let me see. Any comment, questions, or concerns? I have to, sorry for this tomorrow. You have surgery? HS says he has surgery for appendicitis. Man, hope everything goes well. Hope everything is 10 times better for you after the surgery. RT says they all messed up using authority the wrong way. Yeah, RT says they're too emotional. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just people are just ignorant on the law, on our rights. That's the big one, because Even my wife and kids, sometimes they didn't even know like the difference between private and public and this and that. You know, unless you're being suspected of committing a crime or are committing a crime, then you belong to the authorities. Then they can arrest you and um, keep you, right? Detain you. Yes. Jet says, I feel like it's a generations thing with pictures and videos out in the public. Yeah. And especially how we have social media right now. It's like, man, hey, make sure you understand how social media works, especially with so much video now. We have our camera phones are spectacular, right? Everybody's taking video. Everybody takes video nowadays. It's and you can make a movie just with your camera phone. Jess says, I wonder if that lady was hiding something. That's why she did not want her picture taken. They just that they're in. I'm just, I'm just saying. Maybe they're embarrassed how they look. I don't know. HS says my dad's friend is a commodore. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, so right here, just this policeman is amazing.
He's on a public sidewalk.
So if he comes onto our parking lot.
If he comes onto the parking lot, you can say, hey, we don't want you here.
Okay.
But he knows where the line is and where to push it to. So that's what they do for a living.
Okay.
So they try to get reactions from us.
Okay.
So we'll arrest them, and then they sue us for unlawful arrest and violating their First Amendment.
Okay.
And then he's...
Oh, no. See? What I tell you. Told you a cop cannot be perfect. Man, he was doing so good. He's now just assuming because it has happened. That's what I say. There's good auditors and then there's bad ones, right? There's some auditors that are out to try to sue somebody, sue a private business or a public business. Yeah. You can sue the government if a public entity, like a public service, something that our tax dollars pay for, if they harass you or violate your rights, you can sue them. You can sue the government, right? In a private setting, you can sue a private business if they also violate your rights or harass you or something. Or let me see, being offended. I don't think being offended can cause somebody to sue you, because everybody has a different opinion on what offends. But assault is a different battery. It's a different thing, right? Battery or assault, right? So now the reason, yeah, look, let me see. I have some comments here. Lululemon says, should I try crack? No. You should take oh, come on, Rusty. Horrible. HS says, that cop did so good, but then he flopped. Yeah, see? So it's true. Look at what this cop says. We're gonna back it up a little bit. Look at what he says. It's not good. He's assuming that was his intention, to go there to try to make them violate his rights so he can sue them. That was what the cop said. That's horrible.
Okay.
Anything that you can see from public, he could walk up and look inside your car.
So what happens if he's here when we go to leave the bank? That's a security issue.
If he's here when you go to leave the bank, just call for one of us. We'll sit in the parking lot till you get into your vehicles and leave safely. But as far as what he's doing right now, he's not breaking the law. He's on the sidewalk. He's not on your property.
Okay.
He's, like I said, he's on a public sidewalk.
So if he comes onto our parking lot.
If he comes onto the parking lot, you can say, hey, we don't want you here.
Okay.
But he knows where the line is and where to push it to. So that's what they do for a living.
Okay.
So they try to get reactions from us.
Okay.
So we'll arrest them, and then
There you have it right there. He says he's trying to get a reaction from us, so then we arrest him and
they sue us for unlawful arrest and violating their First Amendment, and then he's a millionaire. Because that's how that works.
Gotcha.
If you've seen some of the videos,
Gotcha.
they try to trick us into doing.
what a fake cop. Wow. Wow. That's a two-face. Right? Because if he's saying this to her, he should have said that to the auditor. Be like, you know what? This is what I believe. This is what I think you're doing. And the auditor can correct him. But hey, if that's how he wants to take it, that's fine. Just be real. That the whole thing here, I think, is be real to the auditor and be real to the employee over here. Right? He's over there being super nice to the auditor, but deep inside in his heart, he's thinking this auditor just wants to sue and become a millionaire. That's horrible. What a bad heart. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Something stupid, so we violate his constitutional rights, and he hires a First Amendment lawyer. Next thing you know, Sevierville's on the headlines.
Yeah.
National news. $10 million awarded to Bob Smith because he ticked off the wrong cop.
Yeah.
And got arrested.
Yeah.
But that's how that works. And he's been here before. He's successful. He's sued departments and made money, so he's known.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing. So if he comes over here, he's going to deliberately try to antagonize you to get you to say or do something stupid.
Wow, this is horrible. I'm taking everything back. I take everything back of what I said about how professional that cop was. See? And that's the thing. That's the thing. Only God knows your heart, right? Only God knows their heart. Like, so when you're dealing with somebody, only God knows their heart, right? We can only judge righteously, right? Man. What a horrible heart. This is hard to watch. This is horrible. This is unprofessional. Because this is a two-face. He's a liar. He's a liar, two-face. And he's doing such a great job with it that it's scary. That's scary. Right? Let me see. Jet says, any food reviews coming back? I don't know. I kind of want to, not really. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. If only, if I was gonna do it consistently, yeah, I'll do more food reviews. But I'm not gonna do it consistently because then I'll be super overweight, or I'm gonna have to fast 23 hours or add 5 more miles to my run. And not only that, the processing ingredients in there are horrible, so on and so on. But anyways, HS says Two-Face from Batman is a cop. You know what? That is true. Oh no, he's a lawyer. I think he was a lawyer. That's a good question. Let's find out. Let me find out real quick. Let me see. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure Two-Face from Batman. I think he's a lawyer. Let's see. Two-Face is a supervillain appearing in the American comic books published by DC Comics. The character was created by Bob Kane. The first appeared in Detective Comics. He has become one of the superhero Batman's most enduring enemies, belonging to the collective adversaries that make up his rogue gallery. Let me see, widely considered Batman's most tragic villain, Two-Face was established as a tragic figure in his debut, a former law-abiding district attorney. Yeah, district attorney. Motors and Music says, Jesus loves you. Yes, he does. The Lord, Father God, the Lord Jesus is amazing. Yes. All right, so there you go. So he was a district attorney. Good knowledge. Jet says, remember the KFC pizza? That thing was a scam. Yeah, it was a scam. Big time. Big time. Yeah, but I do have fun with them. Maybe if I can do, I was thinking of doing one a week, but that's even too much for me. I don't want to consume that stuff once a week. Heck no. It's been maybe a year or two since I've been to Taco Bell. HS says, Allah bless you. No, he can't. Allah can't bless you. Yeah, no. No. You're confused. Anyways, yeah, it's been like a year or two since I've been to Taco Bell. It's been a few years since I've been to Jack in the Box. It's been a long time. I don't really go to. There's like some certain fast food places that are on my blacklist. Like, ooh, it's hard for me to go there. Yeah. All right, let's continue on the video. Let's continue on this because this cop, man, this cop really disappointed me. Now, see, you learn something every day. Don't forget that the heart is desperately wicked.
Okay.
And to get you in trouble. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if he comes over here, as long as he's not making any threats to hurt you, to harm you, or anything like that, I ignore him because that's what he wants as a reaction.
Okay.
And that's why he's filming everything. So he can look later on, look, Judge, look what they did to me.
Gotcha.
And it's not just my camera, it's his camera view too. And then the judge is going to say, Officer Lee, why'd you arrest that man? He wasn't doing anything. And then I'm fired. City gives him a $10 million check. And then I can never be a cop again because nobody's going to hire me because I violated someone's constitutional rights. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's annoying, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it.
Okay. So if he is still here.
Thank you for the likes. Thank you, everyone, for liking the video. And thank you for subscribing if you're brand new. I'm going to try to get on here live more often. I have some spare time now, so I'm able to get on here and share my opinion, my advice, recommendations, and I'm going to motivate the heck out of you. Azen, what's up? There he is. That's the moderator right there. Thank you for go ahead and take care of the chat, please.
At the end of the day, would you follow like I did?
Now, if he's standing in the Big Lots parking lot and it's quitting time, he can tell me to kick rocks.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's not in your parking lot.
Right.
Preventing you from doing anything. He's just don't even acknowledge that he's here. Be the best bet because that's what he wants. He wants to scare you. So you call us, and then we say something stupid, or you get a younger cop that don't know or thinks he's doing the right thing. The next thing you know, he's got him lawsuit and got some money.
Gotcha.
That's the whole purpose.
Okay.
So.
All right, I will relay that up to our corporate office.
Yeah. But I mean, you can look them up on the internet. This First Amendment auditors, they're notorious. And then you get somebody that like a younger officer or an officer that don't care. That
horrible cop. Let me see. I see some Allah stuff. This ain't the video to do. I'll make a separate live stream video to show you the true and only living God, who is the true and only living God, right? And I'm gonna tell you this right now, it's not Allah. All right. So, but that'll be a separate video. Azen, do me a favor. If you see any more or last stuff on this particular video live stream, go ahead and give them a warning and then time them out if you need to.
That thinks he knows but don't. Next thing you know, the city owes this guy, names his price, because what's the price of your freedom? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. But like I said, he's a real friendly guy. He
He
never,
was not very friendly when our branch manager came and just asked him for information.
he probably told you to kick rocks. He didn't have to tell you,
He
right?
said, you can go tell your daddy.
See?
You can go tell
Yeah.
your daddy.
See, that's what he wanted.
Get some information.
That's,
Go tell your daddy.
and see, if I'd asked him that, that's what he'd have done too. I never even asked him his name,
Yeah.
but he has been here before.
Hey, Azen, don't time them out right away. Give them a warning. And then if they continue, then time them out. Don't time them out right away. All right, because that everybody's entitled to their opinion, all right? But we're going to share the truth here on this channel.
But that's how I knew him. I didn't have to ask his name. I already know it. So,
But, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as he's fine.
but yeah,
you know, then
see, that's what they want. Because I'm going to say, hey, where's your
we
driver's
can
license?
rob, and I
Yeah.
don't want to get robbed again.
Right.
So,
And I
we have to watch
understand.
for people.
But he's just out there taking pictures. And as soon as I pulled in the parking lot, he stuck the camera on me and
Yeah.
followed me around what I was doing.
Yeah,
He was trying to make me engage with him.
yeah.
But I told him, I said, as long as you stay on the sidewalk, don't harass nobody, do what you're doing. And
Okay.
he said, oh, you know the game. And he shook my hand. I was like, yeah, I know the game. So he's like, man, I hate it when they know the law. And that's exactly what he wanted, was me to do something stupid so he could get some money.
God bless you, man. Seriously.
Wow, that is horrible. What a deceiver. What a deceiver, especially being a cop. Like, oh, see, and so that's why in the beginning, I was giving them praises and everything, but then we have to remember that your actions will come to the light, right? Sooner or later, who you truly are will come out. Right, sooner or later, whatever your heart has, it'll come out sooner or later, and that's messed up. Because look at him, the auditor. He's like, "God bless you, man. You're an awesome cop." La da da, giving him praise. That's amazing. Like I said, we were supposed to be doing this a long time ago, even before camera phones and all that, before the video camera or any of that. Because you were able to go and be a journalist, basically. Like, you're going to see how your tax money is being spent, right? That was it. But we're not doing that. So that's why you see all these public officials just wasting our tax money. There's public officials that are just, they go clock in, don't do anything all day, and they leave. That's it. Just put in the time, pay me, I'm out. And there goes our tax money. If you're going to be using my tax money for that, give it back. Right? Give it back. But that's messed up. Wow. That's horrible.
I love law enforcement that knows the law.
He's like, man, I hate it when they know the law. And
I love law enforcement that knows the law.
Whoa. Whoa. See, that's why it's very important to record. It's very important to record. This cop is horrible. This is hard to watch. This is really hard to watch right now. On camera, the auditor said, man, I love it when police officers know the law. And now here on his body camera, because this is footage that the auditor requested, right? You can, anybody can go and request any footage from a police officer body camera. Everything's being recorded. Not all police stations have body cams yet, but eventually they will. And you can always go and get a copy of it. Anybody, all citizens. So this is the body camera footage that that police officer was that had, and he requested it and put it in this video together, and now he can compare, right? This is sad that this police officer, earlier he said, I know this guy, I know this auditor already, this is what he does, this is what he's done before, he only wants to sue, he wants to make money, this is what he does. No, he doesn't. I watch dozens of his video. Obviously, this cop doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just assuming, right? Assuming. That's horrible. He probably doesn't even know what guy this is. He probably thinks is some other auditor that he's probably investigated, right? Not this guy. This guy, I will tell you myself, I've ran across bad auditors as well, but this guy, he's been legit. He's been legit, seriously, right? But that's sad. On camera, he tells the auditor, well, the auditor tells the cop on camera, I love it when police officers know the law. And here on the police officer's body cam, he tells the employee that the auditor told him that I hate it that police officers don't know the law.
So, but I've done notified everybody, and he said he's going to be going to multiple businesses to try to do exactly what he did here. So, but we already know. So maybe if we don't pay any attention, he'll go Pigeon Forge and bother them or something. So
There you go.
all right, but like I said, as long as he doesn't threaten anybody, hurt anybody, or try to go into like a bathroom and film someone. Now, if he comes inside the bank, which he won't because he knows he can't, unless he has like an account, you can, what I'm saying, even if he did have an account, if he was causing a disturbance, you could ask him to leave.
Okay.
But he won't come inside the business because he knows what he can push and what he can't. But all right, but if he's on your property doing that, you can ask him to step to the sidewalk. But as far as where he's at now, he's good. All right, just call us back if you need anything. Yep.
There's another cop that's just pointing right now, but I don't think they're going to get me in trouble either. So I think I'm going to head out. We do have to pop by the Titanic Museum. We've got an appointment there at 3 p.m. And I'm going to put some really cool footage from the Pigeon Forge Titanic Museum. I believe it is the largest Titanic museum in the world. And we're going to pop in there and get some really cool footage for the bonus footage. So I hope you enjoy it. This has been Mike Norton, KULT News, Sevierville, Tennessee.
Oh, man, that is horrible. And it was going so good, too. It was going super good. Wow, it was going super good, and that happens. That's horrible. Yeah, so you just can't trust anybody, Jet says, can this cop get fired for this? Let me see. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think... Well, I don't think fire, but you can get... what's it called? There can be a disciplinary action. He can be disciplined because that's unprofessional. That is unprofessional to lie to somebody's face. Talk bad about another citizen, right? This is disrespectful because that was not his intention or anything like that. Unless you, like I said, you suspect him of doing these things, then. But no. Wow, that's horrible. Yeah, so man, awesome video right here. I want to make more of these right here, and I'll give you guys my opinion, my advice, my recommendations, my knowledge based on my experience, right? And the Constitution is very, very dear to me, right? Especially, serving in the Marine Corps, serving overseas and fighting for the Constitution, fighting for the country. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's protect it. If we don't use it, we lose it, right? If you don't continually practice our rights, if we don't fight for them, we're gonna lose them, and you don't want to do that, right? So other than that, I hope you guys like these kind of videos. If you did, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment, question, or concern down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Be safe. Stay motivated. Laters. Later. All right. So over here on the vertical. Thanks for joining everyone that joined me on the vertical. I'll be coming on here live continually, either horizontally or vertically here. Make sure you guys share this video with somebody that you might think will like these kind of videos, and I'll see you soon. Take care, be safe, stay motivated.